I could tell a lot of you guys were a little bit uncomfortable with these open positions that are winning so well, right? It is very difficult to sit on an open position and let it work. Good afternoon, traders. It is a good afternoon, isn't it? At this point, can anyone doubt the master key? Can anyone actually, who has been around with us for a while, seen why I waited and why I'm in, actually sit back and doubt the master key? I don't think it's possible. I am so stoked and so proud of how these trades are going. But also, that's what the data showed. And so I am so stoked to be doing this and doing it with you, right? The more I think about this, the more I realize that the more money I make for you, the more money I make for me. So therefore, I need to make you as much money as possible. So I'm very grateful to be a part of this. Sebastian is here. Good to see you. Peter, good afternoon. Dave, Tug is here. Hey, Tug had a great question and an amazing comment, and I really appreciate that, Tug, in the Discord. We'll jump into that in just a minute. Leo is here. Peter and Dave are going back and forth. Donna. Jean-Louis is here. We all want to make money. I was just texting Mark and Mahesh just a minute ago. I can't let you see our conversation, but I'll put it to you this way. I'll read it to you. And it really was based on what Tug said. So Tug, I took a screenshot of that and I sent it over to Mark and Mahesh on our Skype, and I said, this is the way we want to make people feel about OVTLYR, right? We want them to be advocates because we want to change their lives, right? And so I said, and this is something I've actually been thinking a lot about. I said, I've really been meditating on how when people don't sign up and don't get OVTLYR, they're robbing from their future selves. Like legitimately, you're robbing from yourself by not having OVTLYR. Look at you from now, today, and a year from now. You're robbing from yourself by not having OVTLYR. And I've been getting more and more passionate about the marketing. And I said to them, if they don't sign up with OVTLYR, then they basically hate money, they hate themselves, and they hate the future that they could provide for their families. And we just can't help them. That's how strongly I feel about OVTLYR. And I'm so grateful that we have a direct communication line to our customers because we want to make this as amazing as possible. Max is here. Donis is. I am loving the system. Thank you, Chris. You're welcome. Michael, he's here. He made it. He even made it to the Zoom yesterday. Cam. So again, thank you all for showing up in the Zoom call yesterday. I don't know what happened with StreamYard. It died. However, good news is that apparently they were making an upgrade, and now all of the screen recordings or screen sharing are going to be at 1080p. I always thought they were. Like, we pay for the 1080p plan. I don't know why they wouldn't be. But they were 720p, so they should be at 1020p now. So I'm stoked about that. Alex, hey, how are you? I don't remember seeing you here in the trading room, but I'm really glad you made it today. And that is a super cute picture of you. And I assume that's your daughter as Batman and little Batgirl. Batman is my personal favorite superhero. So I love that. That's great. Okay. I wanted to show you guys something super off topic, but I think you're gonna love this. Rudes doesn't. So Rudes is our editor and graphic designer. She does incredible work, and I recorded some new ads. This is only going to be like a minute side tangent, but I had to show you these. These are so good. Okay, I got to put my headphones on for these. In fact, I don't remember if I turned on the sound. Let me double check that I turned on the sound for you. Share your screen, system audio. Yeah, this is so funny to me. All right, so we're recording some more ads for the Profit Hacking Playbook, and let me show you one of these. And you thought the ball was going to hit me. Well, I'm actually just really excited to tell you all about my top 3 favorite stocks for beginners. Number 1, SPY, SPY. This is the market benchmark. This is the one that you want. Okay. I won't subject to any more of that, but I just thought that was super funny. The way that we are doing this, like, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Like this pattern interrupt where it's this random soccer ball and it's like, blah. So yeah, I want to share. Tug says, it's amazing we have access to you and the founders. Dude, legit. That is one of the things that I think about, right? Is Imagine if you had access to Steve Jobs while he was building Apple. Imagine if you had access to Jeff Bezos while he was building Amazon, right? Imagine if you had access to Henry Ford while he was building Ford, right? Like, this is so cool that we can interact with you like this. So I'm really, really grateful for it as well. Michael's here. Brian says, you don't talk this quickly. I know, we turned up the speed, my friend. Hook is a good hook, right? All right, cool. Tug had a question in the Discord. Let's drop into that real quick. Tug was really, really, in fact, I'll just read Tug's post if that's all right. The Zoom didn't record, and I was apologizing for that. You know, we had never had that before. It's unlikely to happen again. Tug says, yep, all about flexible planning, right? I can attend today, so I'm looking forward to it. One question I'd like to address, if you're able, what are your thoughts about going to the weekends and holidays with your positions? I don't even stress about it, dude. I don't even stress about it. I don't worry about it. I mean, at all. At all. If my positions haven't reached an exit point, or if we're not coming into earnings, I don't even think about it. It just is what it is, just part of trading. And like these positions, you could hold them for months, potentially, right? Until you get an exit signal. So I don't really stress about that. The only thing I stress on is earnings, or if I get an exit signal. Otherwise, there's no reason to take it off. One of my mentors, Larry Height, I think it was Larry. No, it was Steve Burns. So one of my mentors, Steve Burns, was telling me, he's like, listen, man, you take your signals and then you wait for your exits. And in the meantime, don't do anything. It's really hard. Especially like right now, I could tell a lot of you guys were a little bit uncomfortable with these open positions that are winning so well, right? It is very difficult to sit on an open position and let it work until it gets its exit signal. I know, I've been there. I remember the first times that I started winning and started seeing like big numbers go up in my account. And I'm like, ooh, I need to take my money out. I need to take my money out. I need to take my money out. And then I'd remember what Steve and Mark Minervini, they'd be like, listen, there's no reason to take it out until you get a reason to take it out. So yeah, I don't stress on the weekends, my friend. But of course, I'm really grateful that you're here, and you are very, very welcome. All right. Let's jump into our market analysis and get busy. I think we got some things we got to do today. I really should have done this before then. I will give you a hint. I will give you a secret. I opened a new broker, first time in ages, because something awesome is happening. I asked Mahesh if it was cool if I did it today on the live stream. He said no, not until the paperwork's signed. But if you look hard enough, you actually can figure it out. I want to leave it there. If you look hard enough, you can figure it out. Welcome to the OVTLYR Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. Save time, make money, start winning with less risk. And that is what I like to call profit hacking. And you can get a copy of the playbook over at profithackingplaybook.com or inside the VIP Investors Toolkit in our Discord. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Yule. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009. I am a partner with OVTLYR, and this is my style of trading using OVTLYR. And I call it the golden ticket trading strategy. It's the 8 steps to turn profit hacking into pure gold. And hey, while you're watching this, just double check that you are subscribed. I'd hate for you to miss out because we're live every single day. Even when the StreamYard doesn't work, we're still live over in Zoom. Now, the golden ticket trading strategy is unlocked with the master key. And this is why I said at the top of the show here, the master key is amazing, right? Now, I want to preface this by saying about a year, Brian, remind me. I feel like it was around June last year we started trading with OVTLYR. No, maybe it was earlier. It was earlier because we had a pretty ugly losing streak in the summer. And I remember Sebastian said he was basically going to come through the computer and kill me at one point. And so where I'm going with that is we have learned a lot with how to use OVTLYR, right? And so that is where I'm going with the master key, right? We have had incredible trades. And then there were a hot minute where I just was losing trades hand over fist. And I learned a lot about how to use it, right? And so because I've been able to learn it, this is my way to show you of how I've found a successful way to use it. Now, the master key is nothing other than using the data that we already have, but also filtering out filtering out trades that are not set up, right? So you want to look from the top down. And I do that with the SPY, the S&P 500 signal, the market breadth, and the sector breadth for the individual stocks. Let's go into Outlier. Let's go over here. We can see the SPY still has a buy signal today. As of July 11th, we still have a buy signal on the SPY. Market breadth is still pushing higher. So the market breadth is set up. The SPY is set up. And I did go through and update this. Now, I know Cam was asking about this specifically yesterday. I actually made this as a Google Sheet earlier this morning. But it had a problem. I'll show you what I mean. I don't have the screener up. Let me pull the screener up. I had a problem. I haven't been able to solve it yet, so I can't share it yet because it's not ready. Brian, no, we didn't start trading it in 2021, did we? No, it couldn't have been. I just remember like last summer, Sebastian was ready to about kill me. Okay, so here's where I was trying to make this sheet for you, right? And when I copy this and I paste it into Excel, no issue. August of 2023, I could see. Yeah, that sounds about right. And if I paste it over here, the issue, it does paste, but the issue is that the stock symbol like gets lost. I don't know where the hell it is. Like it's legit not there. So if I move this down, you can see it's like, yeah, like that, which isn't going to work for copying and pasting into anything. So I got to figure that out yet because this makes it super easy in Excel to just get the stock symbols. But either way, I will get this to you at some point once I figure out how. Don't stress on that part. I get you. Hang on, what's this? Something's flashing at me. Oh, I had something open I wasn't supposed to have open. All right, cool. Back to it. So, golden ticket trading strategy. Oh, the sectors. There was one sector change. It was utilities. No, materials and utilities. Both of those went bearish today. So I won't be taking any new trades in those. So next. So we want to see the market telling us which direction it's going with the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. On the SPY, which we have. The SPY has had a crazy day today. It was down big, then up big, and then down big, and then now it's kind of 18 basis points up, so kind of flat. I have been casually watching NVIDIA. I know that this was the big news story of the day. In fact, this is what I was looking at earlier, was like most of the market's green except for NVIDIA, like totally wrecked. And if you want, oh no, you weren't. That's right. I was going to say, if you want to go back to yesterday's live stream, but that was a Zoom call. I was given my prediction. I said, I think NVIDIA's got a lot of overhead resistance at this point. I wouldn't be too excited to be buying that stock. So yeah, is what it is. Down 6% right now. The market's trending higher. Market breadth is looking good. Already checked that. So we need to reduce risk before adding any new trades. Now, XLB. So I made some notes for myself earlier this morning. Remove this. Sell into strength today at G13 because it hit G13. Let's go to it. Cam says, no worries. I know you'll figure it out. Max says, add it to the screener and it will save tons of time. Oh, yeah. For sure. Unfortunately, that may be beyond what the screener can do for a while. Mahesh, we've had internal discussions about it, but we just don't know how to do that part yet. So my plan was to get out at G13. Yesterday I was at G11. Today is at G13. Hey, let me know. Does the screen share look any better today? It's supposed to, so I don't know if it does. Anyway, it was G11 yesterday, G13 today. And I had written on the chart, sell into strength to G13. It's exactly what we're at. So I need to close that guy. But first I need to log into Tasty Trade before I do that. I forgot to log in. XLB is on the chopping block. I'm going to chop it right out. That's what I'm going to do. Hang on, it's loading. Taking a sweet time. Talk amongst yourselves. I know this is terrible content. Hang on. Good gravy. What is taking so long? All right, we're in. All right, XLB. September 20. Currently in the September 20s, 90s. That's right. We rolled up from the 87 to the 90s on XLB. So we're going to close 420's mid price. All right, let me start working that order real quick on XLB to close. All right, closing XLB. I'll start at 420. XLB September 20th, 90 calls, 420 to close, not filled. Let me pop that down to 415. All right. Average fill price to close 418. I'll take that. 418 to close on XLB. Beautiful trade. Let's talk about the numbers on this one. Got in at 540. So 540, right? Took a credit by rolling it from the 87 up to the 90. The credit was 265. So minus 265. Then we just took another credit right now by closing it at 418. Gives us a 153 profit per contract, right? Now, math behind that is 153 divided by the opening cost of it was 540. Means a 28 and a third return on that. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. My actual return with commissions was 26.40%. Thank you very much. Add that to the board. Got to go up to find it real quick. Where did I roll it? Rolled XLB. Reply. Closed. Today's the 29. Closed XLB. 90 calls for 418. 4.18. Yeah. And that was a 26.40% win, which was a 2.80% gain on the portfolio. The heat map target was hit. Now, if you're keeping track, yeah, things are going really well. If you're keeping track, things are going really well. All right, so out of XLB. Okay, go to the next one here. INCY, selling a strength. Okay, this morning, I brought this one up this morning because when I checked in on it, it was moving fast, up high and fast. It was up over 1.5%, pushing 2% at one point. And I was like, I need to have a plan. I need to let our traders know that once it gets to that order block, cut and run. So I did mention this in the Discord. Right. And one thing I wanted to bring up, and which you guys haven't seen this in a while, is day trading the order blocks. So if the stock comes into the order block, right, it has a propensity of being rejected. And I don't want it to be rejected. I want it to go up and take my money out, right? I don't want rejection. I'm married at I was 22 when I got married. I couldn't handle rejection. The first girl that said yes, I was like, I got to put a ring on it. So when it gets up to the order block, close at the end of the day, if it's up in there, no problem. If we don't have one of these things happen first. On a 5-minute chart, look for the 10 EMA to cross under the 20 EMA. Now, of course, that's not going to hit the absolute top, but that is a solid trend reversal. If a 10 crosses under the 20 on the 5-minute, which means the last 50-minute average is under the last 100-minute average, if you want to think of it that way. So 10 under the 20 candles. Sorry, get ahead of myself. On the 5-minute chart, the 10 under the 20. In fact, let me jump into this. So when I'm looking at the 5-minute chart, these candles are individually 5 minutes, right? So when the 10 period moving average goes under the 20 period moving average, that would be the exit point. Okay. But that's only if it comes into the daily order block, which it didn't get to yet. So that's okay. Now, for exiting trades, 10 EMA, half ATR, or if it's run into any order blocks, which it hasn't yet, it's not under the 10 EMA, it's not under the half ATR. Order block is up here, but it's got some room, so I'm okay with that. And let's check the heat map on it real quick. NC, INCY. All right, current heat map value, G7 yesterday, G9 today. I would get out at G15, so it stays on. USB. Now, unfortunately, I know Dave didn't get a great opportunity on this one. This is why I don't close anything intraday. Because, yeah, it absolutely went down through the half ATR earlier on in the day, but is what it is. I mean, sometimes that happens, and then it came back up. So I didn't do anything with this. This is an end of day signal for me. So it's above the 10, above the half ATR. There's an order block up here, but we've got room. We've got like $2 or so until that point. So no issues from that regard. Let's go look at USB. Yeah, totally get that, Dave. All right. Let's go to USB. Yesterday was G10. Today it's G11. No issues there. Said we get out at G20. So keeping it on. NFI. We have NC, and we also have NFI. In fact, let me take XLB off this so I don't look back at it. NFI. Zooming in. Yesterday was G14. Today is G16. So that's continuing to move up. Said I'd sell into strength at G24. Brian with the old school thing there. Not under the 10, not under the half ATR. No order blocks in our way. We're good there. Double D's. Double D's got to go. Double D's got to go. All right, double D's. Yesterday when we got in it, it was a R4. Today, it is also a R4. So this is a heat map stall right there, which means I got to take my money and get out of double D's. All right, double D's. Yes, I'm having a lot of fun saying double D's. Give me a break. I'm a 9-year-old. All right, double D's closing the 43 and a half. No, what? That was USB. Double D's. 22s. No. What am I looking at? Oh, it's 22 days. I was like, what do you mean 22s? 80 calls. I don't know what I was saying. All right, double D's, September 20th, 80 calls, 370s mid. Let's see what we can get. Close full position. I'll try 370. No. Try 365. No. Try 360. Yes. Oh, and I got filled at 365. I'll take it. All right. I'm out of double D at 365. Let me do the math on that real quick. 5. That's a 22.77% gain on the double D's. Where did I get that? And Brian was saying yesterday that he would have missed double D's. So I'm glad we were able to make it happen, my friend. Hopefully got as much as me or even more. That would be awesome. It's the 80 calls, right? Yeah, at 365. Just a 22.77% win. a 2.59% portfolio impact. And the heat map stalled. All right, moving on. USB, I got at G20, 10-point spread from where we got in yesterday at G10. Let's go to USB again real quick. Unless I missed something. I could have totally misread that. Let's double check it. Yesterday was it was G10. Okay, yep, that's it. My copy of the scanner was different. Oh. Did not pull through on my version. Had a small win this morning on double D's. I know Mahesh said that this is supposed to be shareable. I don't know how to share it. But in fact, Brian, let's go through that here in just a moment. So here we are. Let's go through it right now. I'm wide open on all the sectors, wide open on all the industries. In fact, that's a pro tip. If we know the sectors, which are bullish and bearish now, could go in, I could totally do that and do everything except materials and utilities. Let's do that. All, and then drop out materials and utilities. How you like that? That's cool. But then I have to go in and edit that each time. So here's what it is. Oh, it was the TrendSpider scanner. Gotcha. All right, so we are filtered on everything except the two bearish ones right now. All the industries. Positive only. Greater than 1 million average daily volume. Buy signal. Moving up on the oscillator. All the market caps. Greater than $20. All the heat maps on the R and up to G40. And then the uptrend overlay. So that gives us these guys. Apply filter. So that should give us the same results. Yeah. Cool. I just need a filter for today, August 29th. Drop it here. Can't do that to a merge cell. Yeah, okay, same results. Copy that list, drop it back into TrendSpider. Full list. Edit. You don't have to have TrendSpider. It's just one I use for scanning on the charts. Because it's going to scan for a few things. No order blocks in the way, no earnings the next 3 days. 10, 20, 50 of the price trend is moving our direction. And it's above the prior day's low. Now, the order blocks, it's not always perfect. There have been plenty of times when you've seen it where it's like, oh, there's an order block. Okay, never mind. That looks good. That looks good. Oh, some notes from last time. Let me remove all that. That looks good. And there's that order block up there, but it's $4 away, so we're good on that. Okay, so those look great. The next step is to... Ooh, Sebastian says, what's your risk per trade? 5%, my friend. But it could be any less, right? It could be anything. It could be 25%, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would say 5% is a good rule of thumb. Maybe up to 7% if you're feeling really adventurous. Maybe down to 2% if you're feeling ultra conservative. But somewhere in that 5% range, up on this, the outlier scanner thing, that's a great place to put it. All right, so here, start with the highest backtest and work our way down. We're going to confirm the heat map's not already stalled. And we are looking at BX, GLPI, and take out these two guys. So those four. And the highest backtest is BX with 161%. That's pretty awesome. All right, so yesterday it was G4. Today it is G5. That's good. In fact, let's just do all of them real quick. GLPI. Then KBH, and then Zion. We traded Zion not all that long ago. All right, GLPI. G17 yesterday, G18 today. That's good. KBH. G24 yesterday, G24 today on KBH, so we won't trade KBH. And the reason I do that is I'm not going to take a trade on the day when I have an exit signal. R2 yesterday, R0 today. Should have been R2 yesterday, D2 today. Because I'm a nerd. Okay, so all those look good. Let's start with the highest back test and work our way down. BX. There. September 20. Looking around the 80 delta. All right, I won't trade that one. That one's like $1.70 wide. This is 50 cents wide, which I don't love. Extrinsic value 210 on 810. 26%. And it's 50 cents wide. I don't know. I could skip this one. And it's only a 72 delta. Yeah, I'm going to skip BX. I mean, it's okay. It's close, but it just 203 on $8, 204 on $8, and nearly 50 cents wide. Yeah, I don't want to chance that. Not after what happened with Jim last week. This is what we're looking for here. All right, let's go to the next one, which was GLPI. All right, no liquidity except for the 50s, which 369 is good. 15 cents wide is good. 28 over 160. 17% is good. I like it. GLPI, September 20th, 50 calls. Now, to the point I was making earlier, get your position size. You can do it the old school way of calculating it like that, or you can go in the VIP Investors Toolkit, grab this, go up to the power scanner. You'll have this file. Input your information over here, like 5% of risk, and then just type in, was it GLPI? Yeah, GLPI. And then it'll do the calculations for you. Makes it way easier. So there we go. Let's go over to here, type in GLPI. I'm looking at the GLPI, September 20th, 50 calls. GLPI, September 20th, 50 calls. And let's see what I can get that for. 155 is mid price. I don't want to pay 165. I want to pay 155. Filled at 155. Oh, dang, as it went to 152. Okay. Drop this in the Discord real quick. Here. Trade number 1 for today. All right, 829. Trade number 1. Bought the 917 or 920 GLPI. 50 calls. What did I get? 155. Yeah. And GLPI is currently trading at 51 and a quarter. Okay. Next and last is Zion. Let's go to Zion. Oh, lots of liquidity here. Okay. Oh, so this is $2 wide. Yeah, I won't trade that. The 67 is going to be not deep enough in the money. And then now it's a buck 50 wide. I don't know. I'm not going to trade that. Now it's $1.20 wide. It might clear up here in a minute. Now it's $1 wide. Now it's 90 cents wide. I don't know. I don't like that. That makes me nervous. All right, I'm not going to trade Zion. We've traded Zion before. I don't know why it's not liquid right there. Now it's 40 cents. But it's got well over 1,000. Hang on. Maybe it's calming down. Now it's 30 cents wide. I don't know. That makes me nervous. I don't want a $2 wide spread. I'm not going to trade that either. So, recap. We bought GLPI, closed double Ds, closed XLBs. It is a good day. It's a really good day. Brian's saying it's $1.62 at mid right now on GLPI. All right, cool. So that's going to wrap it for today. This has been an incredible couple of weeks, right? I'm so stoked about this and so glad to be a part of this with you. Quick programming note tomorrow. We're going to go at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. East Coast Time, noon o'clock West Coast Time, 15 minutes earlier than normal. There will be 2 live streams going at the same time. It's going to look weird, but I have a recording that's going to be playing at the same time that we're starting over here. So be sure you come here and not over there. And that should do it. And then I'm gonna have to cut it early tomorrow, so I got to kind of hustle through everything. So thank you all so much for coming. Really appreciate you. Really glad that I can do this with you. And of course, let us know in the Discord if you need anything. But otherwise, have a fantastic afternoon. See you right back here tomorrow. Talk soon.